Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, and it's Blue Monday at that as well. We've already talked about that, so we'll maybe come back to that a little bit later. But we've got a few guests in the studio with us. Des from Des Fights Cancer. Chef Jen is here, and you've brought us some cancer-fighting foods that we're going to talk about in a minute. And then we also have Chelsea Anderson, who's a professional gardener, and you've got some worms for us a little bit later as well.
Is it true you're bringing in worms?
I am. I've got them right here.
Kate loves worms.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I know we're going to do a fear factor. She's stick my hands in the worms.
Yes. Yeah, I could tell you were itching to get in.
I know. I'm so excited. Can't wait for that moment.
They're cancer fighting.
Yes, they are. Of course they are.
We've also got a few trending topics happening for this morning. First of all, we've been talking about the economy a little bit all morning. Do Albertans want a sales tax? That's kind of been one of the latest topics that has been
or need?
Well, want or need.
Well,
I don't think anyone wants.
That's a good question.
But do we need a sales tax in Alberta? Do you support a PST?
Well,
Everyone
let's
goes
ask a
silent.
financial advisor. Des, come on. You've got the point of view that will say we do need one. Here it comes.
Am I supposed to?
You say what you want.
See, I believe that sales tax is necessary if oil prices stay low, because that makes up a huge part of our budget and economy. However, if they do continue, if they rise and go back to rates that we're used to, then it's not necessarily something that's needed.
Yeah, but what are those rates?
But it's all about the spending as well.
Yeah.
Are we spending above the budget, or are we staying below the budget when we know that we don't have as much of a budget to work with? So in my mind, I would not want a sales tax, but if the budget calls for it, if we want to improve those roads and build more schools.
So he's a Patriots fan, and he says we should have a sales tax. Why is he still on our panel?
I'm not sure he fully supports it. He says if it's needed.
Jen, you say no way.
You know.
Why are you fighting with this?
I love the roads, and I love our city. I think it's clean. I think it's lovely, and you know, whatever we need to put towards it to get more schools, and you know, that matters. And if we need to increase sales tax, then so be it. But let's be honest, who wants to pay more?
No, and that's like our claim to fame, right? Across Canada, right? Everyone comes here because it's like, hey, Alberta, no PST.
Yeah, I don't know how many. Sorry, Kate.
Well, even if I've been shopping in the States, and if you show them that you're from Alberta, they'll take the tax off for you.
Yes.
So we would lose that as well.
Yeah, Chelsea, I don't know if you can buy worms as cheap as you can right now, but if you had a sales tax on those worms, my goodness.
It might be discouraging.
Well, and Kate's bang on. I have relatives in Saskatchewan and British Columbia who make a point of coming to Alberta and spend.
Right.
For
So
sure.
maybe the bigger question is, are we really scared that our economy is really going to take a nosedive this year?
I don't know. What do we think?
I think it's out
we
there.
scared?
You know, it's real. It's happening. We haven't really seen the effects yet, but well, we actually have seen some of the effects. But yeah, it's coming. It's happening. Things change. They do all of the time,
For sure.
and we got to roll with it. So whether we invest more money into our community and build our economy that way, or whether we, you know, freak out and
Yeah, that fear
spend.
definitely becomes heightened
Yeah.
when you're talking to somebody who's working in the oil industry in particular, you know, neighbors and stuff who have those jobs and know those numbers and
Or
stuff.
people who benefit directly sort of from those,
I have to say though, as a consumer, I think gas was 81.9
Oh,
yesterday.
isn't that fantastic?
So that for me was
Wow.
felt nice, but yeah, the rest of it maybe.
It's a worrying feeling, but also you're kind of excited.
Yeah.
You're like, look at that.
It's also one of those things too that if there is a sales tax, let's say, it'll never go away.
That's the thing.
See, that's what scares a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Saying, oh yes, like Des, you were saying, oh wait till the economy gets better, or wait till the oil prices get better. Well, the reality is, what's that limit? You know, once the government starts getting in this money, they're saying maybe we do need a few more bridges, maybe we do need a few more schools for those 3 kids of yours. So it may never go away. That's the fear.
That's the scariest part.
Yeah. Go and buy some lotto tickets.
Maybe one of us will win that $50 million.
That's what you can do with it. Put it back with the economy.
We want to stay inspired and we want to stay healthy as well too. Of course, earlier we were talking about Des Fights Cancer, but what about some of those cancer-fighting foods? Chef Jen, you brought a plethora and a wonderful display. Look at you.
I couldn't pick just one.
Are we surprised by any of these, folks?
Maybe.
I'm a
Des,
little
what do
surprised
you
by
think?
the carrots. The carrots surprised me.
I don't know what this is. Is this a carrot too?
This is
Purple
a
carrot.
Almost looks like
carrot.
a turnip.
It's from Hotchkiss Farms. They're beautiful. They're heirloom carrots. They come in a little bit of a white color, an off green, a purple, an orange, a little bit of a red. So they're all a different variety. They're
So
delicious.
a carrot is a carrot. It
Carrot
doesn't depend
is a
on
carrot.
the
color.
color.
No. There might be some different nutritional value. For example, a green pepper
Because
has
then
less
there's-
vitamin C than a red pepper.
The
There's a
yellow
yellow one too.
Yellow one too.
Do they
yeah.
taste different?
They're sweeter. I think they're sweeter. I think they're nicer. You know, definitely when you're cooking with the purple ones, you might want to keep them, you know, the purple carrots with the purple carrots and the other ones on the side because they do leach out a little bit of that color. But they're delicious and they're sweet and they're local and they're from Hotchkiss Farms.
So all of these items here can help fight cancer. Is that the theory?
Well-
Is that proven?
What fights cancer? I think, now I'm not a dietitian, but you know, helping your body build its immune system so that it can be stronger. And in doing that, we have to eat things that fuel our body. So what you'll see here is a lot of whole foods. Okay, so you want to watch for things like, you know, you've got garlic, you know, and we haven't quite seen a lot of studies showing, I mean, we've seen a lot of studies, but nothing is exact right now, right? But we definitely know that whole foods contribute to a healthy diet. You know, your 5 servings of fruit and vegetables a day. You know, fruits and vegetables contain less fat, more fiber, and more fighting things to fight cancer. So these are things that you want to be eating. I've got some omega-3 vitamins here.
I was just going to ask about supplements
Yeah, you
here.
can't grow
But-
these.
Yeah, you can't grow those, but if you are not, you know, a fatty fish sort of lover, salmons, halibuts, things like that, this is a good way to get some of those good vitamins into you. As well, we've got berries. All berries pack a nutrient-dense punch. That's a great way to start your day. Get a lot of those things into your smoothies, your yogurt. After this, I'll probably just eat them like that. They're good on their own. They freeze well. So that's a great superfood that you can hang on to.
And that's the whole berry family, right? You got blueberries,
all of
strawberries,
the
raspberries.
You bet, yeah, all of the berries. Fiber, right? Fiber helps keep everything moving through you.
In what
fiber
sense?
count?
Jen?
No, everyone to hold off on those.
Yeah, maybe till after the show.
Yes, but another contributor to good health and helping your body maintain itself and clean out your intestines and make you feel really good. And for those of you who are, you know, going over 30s, you might notice that having fiber in your diet is a must now, right? So these are important things to start watching for. Vitamin C, huge contributor to good health. I brought an orange pepper today because quite often we think vitamin C, we think oranges, right? We think that that's kind of where we're going to get our biggest punch. But a red pepper actually has double the vitamin C that an orange does.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they're super delicious and
A red pepper?
yeah.
And so how about a green pepper?
Actually,
Yellow
it
pepper?
has a little bit less, about half.
Interesting,
Yeah, so I
okay.
don't think, you know, I don't know the whole breakdown behind it, but I do know that there's a lot of value in those things, as well as you can mix up your diet.
You know, here you and I are both parents. And we
Yeah.
want our kids to eat healthy.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's so hard to get our kids to eat these things. I mean,
Yeah.
for me to get my kids to eat a pepper, oh my goodness. But you know what? The orange or the yellow ones, they're a little sweeter.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
And I don't know about your kids, but mine just snap it right up.
That's true.
Yeah, I find a lot of moms like dips. Dips
Yeah.
seems to be a
Yeah,
hit.
hummus is a good
Whether it's
one.
a hummus
Yeah.
dip
Ooh.
or some
Yeah.
sort of blended.
Yeah. Yeah, or if I put
vegetable.
out a tray of raspberries, those are gone. in a
Those are
second.
gone.
Yeah.
Or
Kids
just
recognize
skewer
those.
them or something fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you could cut this into shapes.
Yeah.
Although that's a lot of
Yeah,
work.
put them on their fingers.
You'd be mom of the year.
She is with the worms.
Some kids like the worms.
Oh, jeez. Also very important though, you know, in Calgary we're big fans of locally grown and supporting our community and, you know, organic sort of foods. So the better food that you put into your body, the better you can help your immune system fight things and the better that you can, you know, kind of fight back.
Exactly.
As Des would say. Yeah, so I've got some tomatoes here. These are excellent in you know, sauces and everything else. And kale, the brassica family.
Does the size of the tomatoes matter? The size matter?
Now, typically the smaller.
What? Why is everyone laughing?
Typically, the smaller a tomato or something like that, sometimes the sweeter they are.
There
They're
you
just kind of
go.
sweeter at that stage. But there's so many different varieties of tomatoes. These are lovely, lovely little tomatoes. Super, super sweet. As you can see, they're lovely and ripe. I personally like them when they're kind of just a little bit firm to the touch, but kind of have a little give. They can stand up in a sandwich, but they kind of have time to contribute to that sweetness that they have. But no, size doesn't matter.
There, Des.
Unless you're making a sauce or something, there's certain tomatoes that have like a meatier sort of flesh, and some with more sauce, some with more seeds, some with
Beautiful.
more. Yeah.
Perfect.
Thanks,
well, I'll
Jen.
be hitting those up, won't we?
No
I'll be
kidding.
going to the grocery store to hit